All right, y'all, we're gonna start today off by assembling a squat rack / pulley system. This is the Force USA Monster Commercial G12 unit. Used for extreme muscle development. So let's go ahead and get this thing unboxed. If you're wondering how to open these boxes, the screwdriver goes right in this tab. There's a hole right there. Put it in, flip it up, and then you go underneath, and then you go up like that. All right, you want it straight here, so that way when you slide the top of the box off, it'll just slide right off. All right, we got the tops off the boxes. It's a smaller box, definitely held the plates for the cable pulley system. So we got the 2 stacks of plates there. And here's the big box opened up, the Monster Commercial G12. And we're gonna put it right here in this location. Okay, so now we got all the parts or pieces for step 1 here. We're gonna go ahead and assemble all the corner bent arms here. Get these guys with 2 bolts inside. Then bring the 2 tower support beams or arms together right to the middle, and we'll bolt it onto the middle piece here and the bottom middle piece as well. So I'll show you guys that when it's done. All right, so now you can see I got all the nuts and bolts ready. So we're gonna go ahead and get all these nuts and bolts tightened and fastened onto all the parts. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, now we got all the bolts and nuts tightened down. We should be able to lift this up and just leave it standing. All right, so we finished step 1. This is what it looks like standing in its location. Definitely move it where you want it at this point because it's fairly light, but the weight is starting to add up. We're gonna go ahead and assemble this bottom part first, and then we'll assemble the top. I have all the plates and nuts and bolts ready right there. Just did it hand tightening there. So we got the 2 bottom plates on the right side holding the 2 support arms there. And now we're gonna work on the top. So now we're gonna get this area lined up and connected or bolted down. Just hand tightening for now. We'll get those 2 gray plates up top to make sure everything's in its proper place with the pulleys and the other different pieces that are required for this section. Alright, so this piece with the pulley wheels on it, the top plastic insert here fits really snugly around this pole, so you definitely got to get up top. You can get the bottom one in fairly easily, but then the top one is a really snug fit, so you got to get up here so you can look at it and see if you can get it right down the middle so it doesn't catch. There we go. So anyway, that's supposed to make it slide a lot easier. That plastic insert, but man, it sure makes it tough getting past that top portion there. And then once you get it past, it'll lock into place. You gotta make sure you get that down before you get the top plate, like I did here. So I'll get that down on the other end too. You go back to the right side and get this piece on, and then put the top plates back on. Already got the bottom plates pretty much in place. Okay, so now we have the 2 pulley mechanisms right here, 1 and 2 by the ladder. These are the ones that slide up and down. Now we're gonna get the chin-up bar, pull-up bar that goes across between these 2 here. All right, so y'all see that the chin-up pull-up bar is in place. I don't know if you saw it, but basically you just get 1 bolt with the lock nut hand tighten and it'll stay in place. And that allows you to get all the other bolts and nuts in place. That's done. This is step 2 right here, completed. We're gonna go on to step 3 after I just tighten down with my impact wrench. I'm gonna tighten down every nut and bolt here, and then we'll move on to step 3. All right, now we're gonna get the main bar, the squat bar, the bench bar in place with the 2 support poles, solid steel poles that go on the outside here. Let's go ahead and do it. We'll just get it in place for now, and we'll just start putting all the other pieces together on it. Okay, now we're gonna put the support brackets right here and on the other side for the to hold up the solid steel poles there that help guide the main squat bar right here. Let's go ahead and install that here. All right, so we got everything in place for the bar, bottom support there, little rubber pads and the arms. Now we're gonna move up to the top and get these metal rods in place with the black support brackets. But anyway, we're gonna put them in right into these 2 holes here, 1, 2, and the solid steel bar is gonna be held in place. So we'll go ahead and do that. All right, now we have those arms in place, 2 solid steel rods. It looks good. On to the next step. Okay, now we're just gonna put these pieces here that go onto the bar. We're gonna get a button cap screw. And just so you know, if you guys are ever assembling, this is the one you want. You want the chrome ones. There's some black ones there too, but you want the chrome ones for this squat bar here. Slide it on. It's a few pieces, so make sure you keep it together. Just kind of push it together, slide it on here, and get the button screw in place. Just hand tighten it for now. But we do that to both sides and then tighten it down. Okay, and these ones I just tighten as hard as I can with my hand right now, and just because this is where it's gonna stay. So we're done with step 3. Let's go ahead and test it out and see how it works here. Yep, nice and smooth. Works beautifully. No issues there. All right, before we go on to the next step 4, we're gonna tighten all the bolts that are loose that I just hand tightened right now at the top and bottom. Okay, so we got the bottom secured. Now we're gonna secure the 4 bolts up top. Okay, so step 3 is done. If you look at this, it's all good to go. Every bolt and nut is tightened. Okay, now for step 4, we're getting the metal bars and everything back here for the weight plates. This is what we will be getting in place now in the back. All right, now make sure you got all your plates, your weight plates stacked up right and left and in reverse order. So it's starting at 200 and then 190, 180 down, and then 150, 40 down. That way as I stack them, it goes in reverse. Anyway, it's just easier. So we're gonna now put the weight plates in place with the rods and the weight pins, the selector pins and all that. So let's go ahead and get that started. All right, let's see if that's a better angle. Okay, so we got all the plates on and the selector bar here, just 10 pound itself. Now we're gonna put up these 2 support brackets up top, which get washers and bolts. That way this arm, these 2 bars are in place securely. Now we're gonna put the selector pin in its place. All right, we'll do the next stack here. All right, we got that second stack in place. Now we're just gonna go up top and get these plates where they need to be up there, and we'll be done with that part of the install. And of course, we gotta put in the plate selector pin on this side. We'll be done with this step. I got a good workout, 200 pounds each arm. In case you guys were wondering, I'm using the rigid subcompact impact gun. It's really nice because it's narrow, and you can see I was able to get into those narrow spaces there to get those big hex bolts. I'll have the link to this guy once it comes out, because I guess right now it's not available on Amazon, but you can get them at Home Depot for $1.99 the set. You get the impact gun and the drill driver, in case you were wondering. All right, let's get the pin in place. And the weight stacks are good to go. We have completed step 4. This is what we have. Step 4 is now complete. Let's go on to step 5. All right, now we're gonna install this weight that goes down into the tube of the frame tube with 2 cable pulleys. So we get this weight right here. Screw the cable right down into the weight, I guess until it stops. And that's what's gonna help the bar go up a little smoother, counterbalance the weight there. Let's get the pulley wheels in place, and then we'll run the cable through the pulley wheels. All right, that should give you an idea there. We're gonna go right through that one, and that one. We're gonna put the wheels in place, and then we'll attach the cable to the squat bar, and then that weight's gonna go down into this pipe just to kind of help lift that squat bar up when it's on its own. Throw the weight into the tube first. Let it drop all the way down. Just let it go nice and slow so you don't burn your skin. And once you get that weight down in there, put all the wheels in place. We'll get this corner one. I already got the top and one there. So we got that in place. Just hand tighten this guy for now. So we get these pulleys all in their place. Okay, so that's good there. Now feed this cable through the back here behind this horizontal wheel. And then you feed this guy down. Just pull it here. And you feed it down through this opening. And just hold the weight on the wheels. And just pull it down. It's pretty smooth. And then make sure you have this on the outside of this sliding sleeve. Put it in like that. Again, just hand tighten it. And we have the first cable set in place. Nice, it keeps the bar really, really light. All right, remember, we're just dropping this tube weight down the pipe. That's what we do first. Otherwise, you can't get the pulley wheel in this bracket. So drop it all the way down, you have slack. Now you can put the pulley wheels where you need them without it getting in the way of that weight tube. You got a lot easier once it goes down the wheel here. Okay, now you can see that the cable pulley is very light, very smooth, and it's good to go. All right, so we finished step 5. These pulley systems here on the right and the left side. Got it all done. Let's go on to step 6. And now we're gonna feed the cable through this pulley system. So these guys here to help you slide up and down. So we gotta take it apart. So enough space here. Just enough to get it through. This back on. Okay, now we can pull this cable through. Just stay there like that, apparently. All right, so you need these spacers here for the pulleys that are gonna go right here in that hole right there. So you put those spacers to keep that pulley wheel in proper location. There we go, just like that. Perfect. We'll do that on both sides here and go from there. Okay, so we got that first wheel in place. Let's do it over here. I'll show you guys how we get this through. You gotta loosen up this top wheel, get that cable through. That way the wheel can kind of go at an angle and give me a little more space. Once you get it through, you can retighten the bolt. And that's it. Just basically pull this guy all the way through until it hits that little knob there. And we're going to get the other flywheel on. Alright, we're going to get these other flywheels in place. Just hand tighten for now again. Okay, and then this guy here is just going to be on the outside. And then this guy is going to kind of sit hanging here in this loop for now. Just hand tighten. That'll just sit there for now. We'll go to the next step. Step 6 is done. I just got to tighten the bolts with my power drill. And we're going to go on to step 7. Step 7 is going to be the last cable pulleys that we have. So we're going to do that next. Okay, we'll start the cables here by screwing them into the plate or weight selector. Okay, until it stops. And then we'll tighten it further. We'll tighten them down further with the wrench. These are the longest cables, by the way. So we're just going to run the cable through those 2 top holes. Okay, so that part's done. Right through those holes. Okay, so now we're just going to do all the cables running through. This is the last longest one, so I'm just going to do it all. So we got all the cables and all the wheels in place. Step number 7 is complete. Now we're going to go on to step number 8. Now we're going to place the 6 plate holding bars or arms in their place here. 1, 2, 3 on each side. All right, now we're going to get the G12 panels on the front here. It takes 10 bolts. Just going to hand tighten them to start with. All right, we got the panels on now. Looks good. All right, now we're going to attach 4 of these right on that front panel. All right, those hooks are done. Okay, step 8 is complete. We're going to go on to step 9. All right, now we're going to install the cord trainer piece here and then the barbell rod cup. So let's go ahead and install those 2. Alright, step 9 is done. It was just those 2 pieces. Let's go on to step 10. Looks like step 10 is just attaching all of these auxiliary pieces that you could use to work out on. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Okay, got that on. All done. Assembly complete. I tightened down everything, and it has all the accessories you could possibly want. All right, y'all. The Monster Commercial G12 Force USA Workout Beast is complete. Just finished it. I was assembling and obviously recording to show you guys how to assemble it, but everything is good to go. You got everything on the stand. I might as well just kind of give you an overview. So these are all the things you can do here. Alternating chest press, cable crossover, chest press, bench press, chest press with bar, chest fly, reverse cable crossover, reverse fly. We got this single arm row, seated mid row, lat pull down, bent over row, face pull, rotational row, anti-rotation, shoulder shrug, wood chopper, lateral wood chop, upright row, crossover, lateral raise, external rotation, external hip abduction, shoulder press, internal rotation. You got internal hip abduction, leg curl, lunge, pistol squat, bench leg press. Okay, that's a new one to me. Leg curl, squat. You got bicep curl, reverse bicep curl, tricep extension, and then tricep overhead extension. So I believe that's 37 different things you can do on here, and I'm sure there's other things you can do as well. But everything's good to go, functioning properly. Thank you all for watching. If you liked the video, please hit that like button, comment. So let me know what you like about this Monster Commercial G12 unit here. I mean, if you want a gym, your garage, or another private gym as well, and you can afford this one, I would definitely get it. It gives you everything you could possibly want, and it works out every part of your body. And then please subscribe. We're making more videos like this, and hit that bell notification, because every time I make a video, it'll give you a notification of the next thing I assemble, or the next item or tool that I review for you all. Thanks again for watching. Y'all have a good night, a good day, wherever you are in the world.